Hi guys, 14th Prime here, back with the next of these top 10 videos. And so now we're doing the top 10 third-party figures or items that I bought in 2019. Which most of these are released this year. I think it's like probably half and half, maybe a little bit more. But anyways, number 10 we're going to start out with the War Armored upgrade kit for Masterpiece Dinobots. Now this is really only number 10 just because I only wanted the hammer. Like, I really didn't care about anything else in this other than the hammer. And well, I have it, and it's nice. It looks pretty good. It looks good with them. I'm satisfied. Now this kit does come with other things. Like, it actually has some neat stuff. It has some ammo straps. It has all these nice various guns, like that he used in that one episode of Beast Wars where they stood. I think it was like the beginning of season 2 where they stood against the Predacons. And all the ammo clips just decided to fall over the place. So it's a really nice kit, don't get me wrong. It's just, I really didn't care about anything else in there. The reason why I care about the hammer is because if you've seen the show, and if this box would just it's the other side. If you've seen the show, then you would know the significance of this hammer. Like, this was the culmination of his character. This was his dying episode. And it baffles me that Takara would make you pay this much money, and yet they won't include this. Like, they'll take any random G1 character and include the most obscure accessory they had in that one G1 episode that no one remembers. But yet they'll just completely miss this, a significant item for this character. Like, the rest of this, it's acceptable that they didn't include, but just, they kind of need to include this. Well, yeah, anyways, number 10, War Armored Dinobots upgrade. And for number 9 on the list, we have the Planet X Perceptor. If he'll stand, come on. Come on, buddy, this is your moment to shine. You don't need to ruin it by not standing. Thank you. Anyways, I'm going to be real with you guys. We all know why we bought this figure this year, because BBTS had a really good deal on it. We were all like, you know what, why not? And so we did it. And it's actually a pretty neat figure. Like, it is definitely not worth the, what, $100 originally? But I mean, if this thing was originally like $70 or $60, I think it'd be definitely worth getting. It's still a pretty fun figure. It comes with a lot of accessories. And it's just neat. Also, I know it has a third-party name. I just suck at pronouncing most of the names. So, you get Planet X Perceptor. So, there you go. But anyways, number 9 on the list, Planet X Perceptor. And for number 8 on the list is the DK10 upgrade kit for Studio Series Ironhide. My bad, guys. Now, Studio Series Ironhide was a figure that I liked, but was flawed in a few ways. And this upgrade kit pretty much fixes 2 of the 3 flaws. For one thing, how the original figure was, its feet were just made in a way that he really couldn't stand straight or really pose. But these feet actually give him a lot more of a base to stand on, and even an ankle tilt, which is pretty neat. Another issue the original figure had is the bumper was like this, and it was gray, and it was ugly. So they did this, which honestly, why didn't the original one do that? Like, the ankle thing I can get, but like, this should have been a given. And the last thing it does, which I don't really care about, but it is kind of neat, so it gives him the Dark of the Moon gun. So whenever Studio Series makes a Dark of the Moon Ironhide, good news, you don't have to buy it. You've already got these, so you're good. But yeah, it's a solid upgrade kit. Definitely worth it if you have this figure. Cannot recommend it enough. So anyways, for number 8 on the list, DK10 Studio Series Ironhide kits. And for number 7 on the list is a much older third-party figure. It is the Fans Project Steel Core. Now this is honestly an upgrade. This is honestly a figure that I wanted for a very long time and was really happy to get this year. It has definitely lived up to my expectations. It's just an awesome, solid, original design that you really just don't see nowadays. This could easily work in like a Fall of Cybertron or War of Cybertron display. Works in Generations. It's just a solid figure. And just, I wish we'd see a little bit more of this nowadays, but we really don't. But I mean, I still really enjoy this figure. Everything about it works. There's really not any flaws I can think of. Like, even back in the day, this thing had a freaking ab crunch, which back in the day was a lot more rare than it is now, when it's like every third-party figure has an ab crunch. So what? But yeah, anyways, the number 7 slot goes to Fans Project Steel Core. And for number 6 on the list, we have one of the biggest figures in all these videos, the Dreamwave Volcanicus Upgrade Kit. Now this thing is so big that my camera is fully zoomed out right now. Like, this thing is freaking huge, and I love it so much. The original Volcanicus just looked like crap, honestly. It just really sucked, and it was just like the Dinobots are these powerful force, and they turn into this freaking skinny combiner or whatever. It just looked really dumb. But then you get this. Granted, putting this kit on is a gigantic pain, and it has a few QC issues here and there that can be easily fixed, but it's still kind of a bother. But overall, this is definitely worth the bang for your buck. It even comes with just tons of weapons with the Dinobots that no one would care if it didn't come with, but it does. And then of course it comes with big, beautiful sword, which is just 10 out of 10. But yeah, great upgrade kit. If you own Volcanicus, this is a must-have. You really need to get this, or even the Perfect Effect one. I don't own it, but I'm going to assume it's pretty good since, you know, it's Perfect Effects combiner kits. They know what they're doing. But yeah, anyways, for the number 6 slot, Dreamwave Volcanicus Upgrade. And for number 5 on the list, we have the Perfect Effect Jet Force Revive Optimus Prime, essentially. Like, I'm not even going to lie here. What this is meant to be is a weird mix between Revenge of the Fallen Optimus Prime and G2 Optimus Prime, kind of mixed together in this really freaking awesome way, and it is. It would probably be higher up on the list if it wasn't for a few like issues here and there I personally have with the thing. But overall, it is a fantastic piece. If you can afford to get it, get it. It's just freaking amazing. It's definitely worth it. It's beautiful. The transformation isn't too bad. It does have a few weird areas, but it's just really fun. Like, even look at the back. It's just so nice and just amazing. Look, even the back of the legs. There's so much detail on this thing. Yeah. Anyways, definitely worth the bang for your buck. Number 5 on the list, Perfect Effect Jet Force Revive Prime. And for number 4 on the list is the Planet's Xplode. I guess I know, ironically, I said earlier that I couldn't pronounce these names. Well, Pluto's one we can all pronounce. Come on, guys. But anyways, this is just a fantastic Megatron figure. Like, oh my god, why didn't I buy this back in the day? It's just amazing. Just like love the head sculpts. I love how everything looks. I love the freaking screw hole covers this figure comes with. The only thing that really sucks is that the chest just doesn't tab in. Like they could have just made a tab right there. Just bam, tab, but sadly not. Like, it's understandable why this doesn't, so that he can have the waist swivel. But this doesn't contribute much other than being like, hey, it's the Dark Spark, but no one cares to do that, man. And you know it. But yeah, anyways, number 4 on the list, Planet X Pluto. And for number 3 on the list, we have MMC Spartan. And I don't think any introduction is needed for this figure. For anyone to know, this is an amazing figure. I finally got my hands on this thing earlier this year, and oh my god, I love it. This is the reason why I don't care about Siege Springer. Not Siege Springer, Siege Impactor. It's because I own this. After owning this, I don't need it. So, but this figure, it's just amazing, from the head sculpt to how the cannon works, to how it freaking actually works, to the options of like the hook or the drill, to even including the gun he used in the comic, which is just something that I don't think anyone would have cared if it didn't include, but the fact that it does is just a big bonus. And it's just overall an amazing package. Like, granted, Sea Komodos is pretty much just, it's a really nice tank. I don't even remember if it's accurate or not, but it works. One detail I think is kind of funny is just like these little guns that slide out. Like, they didn't even need to do this. No one would have cared. But they did, and that's what makes it special. Yeah, anyways, number 3 on the list, Master Creations Spartan. And for number 2 on the list, we have the Planet X Komodos. It's IDW Star Saber. And just, my god, this is an amazing figure. Honestly, when I bought this, I really wasn't expecting to love it as much as I do. I knew I'd really enjoy it based on the photos and I think Ben's Collectibles' early sample of it. that I really liked it, but like this thing is just art. There's so much detail in it. There's an insane amount of die cast. This is die cast. That is die cast. This is die cast. Like, man, the entire sword is chrome. And I think this is actually the first figure I have that can do that. And then I believe, doesn't he still? And then he still has the head crunch, though again, not a big deal. Every third-party figure has it by now. It's just a big, amazing figure, and he's even simple to transform. Like, he isn't overly complicated or anything. He has an amazing amount of joints. He has fully articulated hands, and even they didn't even need to do this at all. I wouldn't have cared. But even the chest can come off and be Saber, which is cool. But yeah, definitely this is the only Star Saber figure I need. The only way I'm probably going to own another Star Saber is if Flame Toys makes a model kit. Which, by the way, Flame Toys, if you're out there, make a model kit of them, please. But yeah, anyways. Number 2 on the list is the Planet X IDW Star Saber. And last but definitely not least, number 1 on this list, my favorite third-party figure I bought this year, Mastermind Creations Karn FX. Now, this is honestly a figure that I was not at all expecting to be able to really get. I have a little bit of a story with this figure, for example. But they actually were going to reissue it this year, which I got really excited about, and I quickly got up the, I think, $210 it would have cost. And in about a month or two, they came out and said they couldn't do it anymore because they didn't have enough people pre-order it, which really bummed me out, but at the same time, that actually helped me get Planet X Star Saber, so I mean, it was kind of a win. But, anyways, so later on, I just kind of started watching eBay bids for a while. I ended up actually winning this guy for, I believe, 170. He was complete, box and everything. He has the weapons. Just, they're freaking huge, man. I don't know. That's even more I'd have to properly fit in frame. But yeah, I don't really think this character needs that much of an introduction, or the toy for that matter. This is Overlord. It's just amazing. I love this thing so much. I think my only issue is the shoulder transformation is just really weird. Like, I feel like it's a lot more complicated than it needed to be. But then again, this was back in a lot more of the earlier-ish days of third party. Like the middle days, I guess. And then I wish it had alternate faces. Like, I know it has an alternate head, but I wish it had alternate faces, or at least that MMC would have made a reissue of it that did, or at least tweaked some of the bits of the design. But that's just me. Overall, still an amazing figure. If you guys can find this thing for like less than $200, go for it. My God, it is amazing. I wish I could display it on the back of the wrecker shelf, but how I have everything arranged, this thing could literally not fit at all. But yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So please be sure to check out my channel for video and custom reviews, and please don't forget to subscribe. You can also check out my Facebook and Tumblr pages, link in the description below. And this is the 14th Prime, signing out.